All right, Abby, if you want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
The social, probably the help desk. Are you home?
Yeah.
Okay, then, 977
Stop yelling.
4936.
Okay. I'll go ahead and we'll start the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right.
I pledge allegiance to the
I
flag,
pledge allegiance
to the flag
Of the United
of the United
States.
States of
of
America,
America and to the
And to the
republic
republic
for which it stands,
hands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
amen. Okay. We don't have anybody from the public on here today, right?
No.
No. Okay, good.
Mike just disappeared, Marcy.
I'm sorry?
Mike just
Mike
disappeared. Oh, he's coming back. Okay.
No, he's coming back. You know what? There were two. He had my name on his thing, so I think he was just changing it to his name. Okay. We have an approval of the June minutes.
I make a motion to approve the June minutes.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Great. I don't think we have anything from the secretary's report, and I don't have anything on the director's report. Excuse me. Michelle, you go next on the director's report.
All right. I think I pretty much have kept you guys up to date with what's happening at the center. Obviously we're still closed. The food pantry is open, social services is open. We're still seeing anybody that needs to come in and get services. We're pretty much meeting people outside the building, but we have met with a few individuals inside who have needed services. It's membership renewal time for the senior. Believe it or not, people are sending in their memberships. So we really appreciate the support, and it just tells us that everybody still wants to be a part of the center. So, it's a happy thing. We're still continuing all the Zoom presentations. Ashley's doing a great job getting everybody engaged. Our social worker is coming back after having a baby, so we're going to have her probably start working with seniors one-on-one who really want to get engaged and don't know how to work Zoom. So we're going to find a safe and effective way to do that. We have a new clerk starting in 2 weeks, so we'll have a new staff member, which we're excited about. So we'll introduce her at our next meeting.
Great.
We have a new intern starting from Sacred Heart, a social work student who is coming from customer service. So we're excited to work with her and introduce her to the field, and she'll be helping in the food pantry primarily. And then I feel like I've been mentioning this for months, but I'm excited because we finally are getting the parts in for our buses to provide transportation. So we want to continue doctor's appointments and grocery shopping or getting people to where they need to be, but we need the buses to be safe. So we're waiting. Right now, I think the garage has our first bus to install sneeze guards and some air filtration systems. And once we have those in place, we'll be able to continue our transportation services, which we're really happy about. And then the state actually released guidance for senior centers on how to reopen safe and effectively, and they're allowed to do that as early as September 1st, which kind of sent all senior center directors into a tailspin. But after talking to the Commissioner on Aging, the only reason why they did that was because there are senior centers in the state who were never affected and are from very small communities that feel that they could open. And so they wanted to make sure that they were given the opportunity to do that. So we're continuing to look at and monitor what's happening, staying in contact with local health and state officials. And from there, we'll see what happens when the center can reopen again.
Okay. I just want to say, in terms of like your Zoom meetings and things like that, I think it's great. I mean, I get an email at least once or twice a day on all the things that are happening with Zoom. So I think it's, really great that you've, established that outreach. And seniors are a lot more capable of technology than I think we sometimes give them credit for. So, we all had to just sort of jump in the pool together. But I think it's great, and I think you're doing a great job with that. So, thanks.
Thank you. I'm surprised. Sometimes I'll fill in and I'll jump in on a meeting, and it always surprises me to see who's on there. And again, they are a lot more capable than we assume they are. So it's
Yep.
great to see our members engaged and learning how to do it. So they're finally connected again.
Yep, absolutely. I do have a question since we're, I mean, I know that technically we're still in summer, but we are going to be coming up on fall. Is there any news or status about
Frozen.
getting, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
thought I was
about getting
frozen.
the kids involved or, getting people to help with yard work for the fall for any of our seniors?
Right. Thank you for reminding me about that. Our intern social worker is updating that right now, and she's
Okay.
leaving all the contact info for our new intern and social worker to come on board and jump on that. So we'll probably mid-September be putting information out on that again. We just want to make sure that the students that we currently have are still around. And if not, I think she's going to be contacting the schools this week and next week to let them know about the program.
Okay.
So, and yeah, that was, I think, leaf raking and snow shoveling for seniors.
Yep, great. Okay. Yeah, and the only reason that it prompted me is because one of the people that I called was outside yesterday pruning their bushes, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's going to be about that time soon.
It came fast. So,
Yep,
yeah, she's
exactly.
jumping on.
Great. Okay. Thank you. I don't have anything to report for me. Is there any old business that anybody wants to bring up or discuss? Okay. So our new business is the food pantry collections, and I'm going to let Michael Ganino take that over.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
The idea for collecting came as a result of watching people starving to death around the country. And I've been now 3 weeks at the Trumbull Farmers Market, and I think we've raised in excess of $1,500, which cash went directly to the Trumbull Senior Center and the food pantry. We were going very, very well. I received an email the day before, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, that we had been bumped. And apparently another group, Trumbull Immediate Care, I think it's called, supplanted us. I guess they made a request that they be allowed equal access. So I had to change all my plans. And I had received an indication that I would have September 3rd and September 17th, but that changed yesterday because of the rain. The farmers market was postponed or canceled. So Trumbull Immediate Care was, I guess, automatically placed into next week's slot. I attempted to communicate with them, and we chatted on Facebook, and I tried to get them to modify the schedule so we could work in tandem, but they said they were unable to do it because of vacations and whatnot for next week. The only problem is I can't drive, at least not until September 17th. So my schedule for physical therapy and a myriad of doctor visits comes with my wife's ability to give me rides. She begins work on Monday in Stanford. So I just can't keep modifying my schedule. I think in the discussion, I attempted to tell Trumbull Immediate Relief or whatever they're called that, that'll be a 2 or 3 week deficit now. And I guess they thought I was trying to, I think she said, guilt them, which I wasn't, but so, a good thing will still be good. It's just going to be a little less. And I had pointed out to Trumbull Immediate Relief and their really beautiful website or Facebook page. They indicate that they've become involved because I guess the food pantry, you can only go once a month. but I asked them to, yeah, I know, I asked them to modify that, and they've not responded. I do know you can go at least once a month, and you can go weekly for produce and breads. And that's not, I don't want to get into a pushing match with Trumbull Immediate Relief, because I've worked with all of them before. They're really good people. So I'm in a quandary. Maybe you can offer some suggestions, but anyway, September 3rd has now become September 10th and September 17th. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to go. What would be appreciated is if everybody who sees an ad or whatever you want to call it, if you would share it on Facebook or with your friends, because the attendance is going way up. It's a great farmers market, and they're almost at 1,000 people now. I can't wait to get back, because we raised, I think, over 500, whatever the average is, with about 600 people. You give me 400 more people, who knows? My dream of $1,000 a week could come true. Anyway, it's worked out fairly well. If anybody would like to join me, you're most certainly invited. And I don't have anything else to say except that it's a joy knowing that all of us are helping people that are less fortunate than us in the community. Peace.
Mike, thank you for raising the funds. I know, I can't believe how much you raised in such a short amount of time. And although you may have lost some weeks at the market, I just feel like you started something really fantastic, even for other organizations, because no one was doing it before. So I still think it's a great thing. And I'm glad to hear about Trumbull Immediate Relief. I don't know who they are, so I'll definitely check them out. And regarding the food pantry, usually shoppers come once a month for their huge shopping. And you're right, they come weekly for produce and bread. But families can contact us at any time and come back. It's all based on their needs.
Well,
So
I don't.
maybe we can check our website or see if we need to make some updates there.
Maybe somebody with a higher pay grade than me can contact Trumbull Immediate Relief and kind of cajole them into changing their Facebook page a bit to reflect the reality of access to the Trumbull Food Pantry. I'm sure it's not intentional, but I think it would be best if they adjusted it so that the people that they service know that they have other areas that they can access.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, is there any other new business that anybody wants to talk about or bring up? Okay. So if there's nothing else, I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Motion to
Second.
adjourn.
Okay. I'll second it. And so, yeah, so that's it. So we will see each other in September.